Hello Epileptic Gaming fans, this is FatBaby bringing you another video review. Today I am going to be reviewing F.E.A.R for the PC. Now I know what you're saying, F.E.A.R isn't the newest game on the block, but you know, it's not on the PS3 yet, so if you haven't played it on the PC and you're looking for a game for the PS3, you know, it might be worth picking up. But anyway, let's just get to the review. F.E.A.R is a first-person shooter made by Monolith Productions. If you aren't familiar with the name, they are also the ones that made the No One Lives Forever series, which is an excellent series, by the way. You should check it out if you ever have a chance. But anyway, this is about F.E.A.R. If I had to describe the gameplay of F.E.A.R, I would have to say it's sort of like Half-Life 2 meets Max Payne. It's Half-Life in that it takes place through the first-person perspective only. There are no cutscenes where it takes you out of the first-person view. This both helps and hurts the game, which I will get to later. And yes, I realize as you're watching this is a cutscene, but, you know, this is pretty much it. So anyway, as for the Max Payne side, if you ripped out the bullet time, or the reflex time that F.E.A.R likes to call it, then you should pretty much know what the other half of the gameplay is. But let's start with the graphics first. Back in 2005 when the game came out, this was easily one of the best looking titles out there, and it still does a pretty good job even today. It's not that old, but after seeing engines such as the Crytek engine, I think you get the point. Unlike in No One Lives Forever, F.E.A.R takes a much more realistic approach. The faces of the models look really good, and the graphics in general make the game very dark and creepy. You don't spend a whole lot of time outdoors, and being indoors all the time, you do start to see the same things over and over again, but it's more about trying to make you feel that you are in a real place. It also ran pretty good on my machine, which is always a plus. Not much else I can say, as you can see from the video, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna give the graphics an 8.5.
You will be a god, a man.
Moving on to sound, we easily get to the best part of this game. Sound is one of the best things Monolith seems to do in all of their games, and F.E.A.R is no exception. This game isn't really about things jumping out of you and scaring the shit out of you, but it's more about setting the mood and getting under your skin.
Hold on a second.
It's one of those things where you look down a hallway and you just think to yourself, man, I really don't want to go down there. The sound effects made me jump out of my seat a few times too. Not many games I know can really do that with the sound. It's something you should check out even if you aren't into FPSs. It's really that cool. You do hear it try to pull the same tricks again to get a scare out of you, but it's still really awesome. I'm going to have to give sound a solid 9. Now for gameplay. For the most part, it was very solid. The gunplay is really sweet and is action-packed. Like I said earlier, you have a bullet time toggle that you can use to slow down time to help you in the firefights. While it's really cool, you do find yourself using it way more than you probably should. There are some fights where there was no way that I could beat them without using it, and when you do use it, it made things very easy. It was like this in Max Payne too, so I guess I can't duck it that much. The enemy AI is pretty smart too. They will cover when they need to, and they will try to flank you. You will hear them talking to each other, giving themselves updates on where they think you are. Something like, he's hiding behind the wall. It's also the first time I've ever seen AI point out where it sees a flashlight, so you could be sneaking up on them and then one of them might yell out, "Flashlight!" and then all get ready to attack. Not a huge deal, but I thought it was pretty neat. Unfortunately, what made the game really cool also hurt the game, the first-person only view. While something like this works perfectly in a game like Half-Life, it doesn't work so well in F.E.A.R. Let me show you an example. Now, here I find myself just getting through an area that had some bad guys. Now, I don't see anyone over there, so I will jump down and look the other way to make sure I don't get shot in the back. So let's get ready, and here we go. And wait a minute, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, that's it? Okay, well, let's get out of here then. Now let's take a look at what you were probably supposed to be looking at. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, this happened to me constantly throughout the entire game. I always found myself looking the wrong way anytime something happened. I would find myself reloading a section just so I could see what I might have missed. It really hurt the game, and it took away some of the scare factor it would have had I looked the right way. I don't know if it was just me, but it would have been nice had they included some sort of visual clue to say, hey, look over here, but whatever. I still enjoyed the game, but it could have used some work, I thought. I'm gonna have to give gameplay a 7.5. And last but not least, the fun factor. F.E.A.R is an enjoyable game that I think anyone who likes first-person shooters will get a kick out of it. However, if you're looking for something to really sink your teeth into, you might want to think twice. I finished the whole game in about 9 hours, so it isn't the longest game in the world. That being said though, I never picked up the multiplayer, so my score will just reflect my time with the single player. While I did enjoy my time playing F.E.A.R from start to finish, once you beat the game, there's no reason to go back and play through it again. Plus you lose any sort of scare factor the game might have had the first time you played it. There's also nothing to unlock, which I found a little disappointing, where you look at a game like God of War 2, and there is a billion things to unlock. With that said, I'm gonna have to give fun factor a 7.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
And there you have it, another user review in the bag. And my overall score for F.E.A.R is an 80%. Not too bad, but pretty respectable. So, anyway, I'd love to see some of your guys' user reviews, but, you know, if I play my cards right, I never have to buy another game again. So, you know, don't let me be the only one. Anyway, this is FatBaby saying nothing but love. Peace out.